Well, welcome back to Backyard Cars. And today we're going to check out this AlloyWorks Catch Can that we got for the Monte Carlo. Alright, well, I know we're waiting on parts for the Caddy, and parts for the Monte Carlo showed up. Catch Can that our buddies out at AlloyWorks sent us. And we're going to assemble it and install it real quick. I don't have the hoses yet to hook up to the evac system, but we can get the catch can assembled and mounted. And let me get this out of the way, is AlloyWorks pays me nothing. I don't get a kickback from them. They don't tell me what to say. They don't ask me for nothing. I ask them for something and they shoot it out to me, and I do a review, an honest review. But they don't pay me nothing. And you can use a code to get a discount, and I still get nothing. You just get a discount. So, I don't know if you call that a sponsorship, because I don't really make any money from them. You know what I'm saying? But here goes the AlloyWorks Catch Can that we ordered. And I'll put the link to this catch can in the description. But it's a very familiar catch can that a lot of y'all have probably seen, you know, all over the place. There's another brand, a big money brand, makes a very, very similar catch can. So, as you just seen, it's baffled. It has two in and a breather. We're not necessarily going to use it the correct way, but we're going to use it. So, initially, I'm going to say that, I mean, this is every bit as quality as the $400, you know, other race companies' catch cans. Just, I mean, it's almost identical. Alright, so it's got an O-ring that seals this canister. We're going to put a little bit of oil on that O-ring. I am just going to do this to lube it up. It don't say nowhere you got to, but that's an O-ring on two pieces of metal, and rubber and metal don't like to slide on each other without some type of lubricant. Common sense, you know? So, when the guys start putting together their catch cans, and they say, well, it leaks. Well, you tore the O-ring because you didn't lube it, bro. Anyhow, I like to roll it back and forth a couple times too, getting it to seat. Don't just crank it down. Just kick it back and forth till it seats correctly. Then you know, well, it's tight. There you go. Look, let's get up close so you can see the catch can. Assembled as the base can. We got to put our fittings in and our thing at the bottom, you know? And it's clockable. Like, you can mount that thing in any direction you want. We got, I think those are 10 AN or 12 AN fittings. And a plug if you wanted to plug the base. But I want to be able to drain it, so we're going to use the little petcock that goes with it. And again, each one of these fittings has an O-ring on it. So you ain't, I mean, it's pretty simple. Lube it up, spin it on there tight. It ain't even got to be squeezed down super tight. I don't typically like to do like how-tos, because somebody somewhere is saying right now, you ain't got to do this or you ain't got to do that. I just take precautions, man. And here's where they're really going to get mad. I don't have an AN wrench. So I'll be cranking down these aluminum fittings with my trusty Cuissant wrench. Cuissant, my French wrench. And I mean, we ain't holding tires on the car with it, so you ain't got to be at 80 million foot-pounds, but just snug them down. That way they don't back out. Okay, that's pretty good. This is almost idiot-proof, right? Here's the petcock, and the same thing. I'm going to take it apart, and I'm going to lube that little O-ring down in there. Of course, once you start pulling a little bit of oil, I'm sure the oil is getting on this little O-ring and lubing everything up, but I want to pull it in there and squeeze it off and make it seal right, you know? I don't want to tear it. Oh, I dropped oil on my car. That's just a little bit of shine right there. Maybe I should rub the whole thing down with oil and give it a gloss finish. Protect it from the weather. Okay. And again, you ain't got it. It's just a little tiny O-ring and a brass fitting. Holds no pressure. It's actually going to be under vacuum, so the only time it could leak, I guess, is when the vehicle's off. Because the way I'm going to set it up, we're going to run the evac to the canister. And that's going to pull on the canister. This is not just to catch oil blowing off. This is to catch oil that we kind of vacuum out of the motor. Kind of vacuum. Because we're going to use vacuum, but not. And again, look, I'm putting this in, and I know somebody right now is like, Teflon tape. It's an oil container. If you use gas oil, maybe so, but it's aluminum on brass. So if you just work it down, back and forth, a half turn, quarter turn, half turn, quarter turn, back and forth like that, they'll mar themselves together and make a really good seal. Half turn, quarter turn, half turn, quarter turn, half turn, quarter turn, half turn, quarter turn, half turn, quarter turn. Feels good. Now I'll look at it in 2 months, and we'll go back down here and we'll see if it's leaking. But I'm pretty good at this. Right? And they don't typically leak on me, so that's the whole thing. I'm sorry, I lied to you. We're not going to use this plug, so it can go back in the... I'll just put that down there for a minute. We're not going to use the plug for the bottom of it, so it can go back in the thing. And I already cheated, and I mounted the bracket under the car already. It's already on the car. It was 4 self-tapping screws to the firewall. Did you need to see it? Okay, so then we got these 2 thingamabobs that we can put on here. Let's go to the front and see where we're mounting it. Here we go. Woo! All right now. Hey, don't get sidetracked. We're putting in a catch can. We can talk about all this later. So I've already mounted my bracket. If you look, woo, way down here. I know, but that's where it is. And we're just going to line up our 2 screw holes and put it in. Install it. Sometimes my fingers don't want to cooperate. They lack dexterity. Sometimes. Where's the other one? There's 2 screw holes there. Okay, this is supposed to be easy. It is easy. There it goes. You gotta line it up. You can't just cuss at it. You can't just make it go, well, it's your hole, you know? Ouch, now my back hurts. Alright, I mean, you understand. Sometimes projects go a little slower than you wanted them to. Can you even see? Am I doing this for no good? No good. We're going to get you in here. I got to get the screws tightened down. There's no sense in you being all over my shoulder. Well, I can't do it. That's mounted. It's down in its hole. Now, like I said, I'm not using the breather myself for my application. But that's what it would look like. And then you would run your 2 lines, one here and one to your other valve cover, so you could blow off down here into the catch can with an easy drain and a breather. if you wanted to do it that way. 2 lines down to it, just let it be what it is. But I want to evacuate my motor. I want to get all the gases out of the crankcase as the engine is running. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run these 2 lines to a header evac on either side. This one to the passenger header, this one to the driver header. And that's going to pull a vacuum on this canister. Then I'm going to use something similar to this little grommet here, and we're going to go from here to this valve cover. And we're going to just eliminate the PCV, and we're going to pull from there to the canister, catch our oil, and then those to the evac for the headers. But that was it right there. That's the whole entire assembly and installation. All right, quick and easy install. Go check out AlloyWorksPlus.com and you can find all this stuff. And like I said, use code BYC at checkout. It'll save you probably just taxes, but it'll save you something. I mean, I don't make $1, just so you know. I get to test out things. So hopefully this, this helps you out when you're putting together your deal. You can get this and stick it anywhere, put it on anything. And it's going to help it breathe and stay clean. And that's what we're looking for. Appreciate you watching. Go down there, comment, like, hit the subscribe. We'll be back on this again soon.